Surrealists. As their leader, Breton wrote and published a book called the Manifesto of Surrealism, where he defined the word and officially established the group and their goals. The unconscious mind communicates through symbols in our dreams, so the Surrealists focused on the dream world. They rejected society's demand for everything to make sense, instead embracing the things that don't make sense. They said it's okay to be odd, it's okay to be scared, it's okay to shock or be shocked.
It's cool.
Surrealists did everything as a group and developed new techniques by just messing around together. They were really into automatism, a process where they basically just wrote or drew everything that came into their minds, no matter what it was. Literally whatever. After writers, painters joined the group, and Surrealist ideas started spreading throughout Europe, involving the public through Surrealist magazines, books, films, and art shows. Surrealists use a lot of the same artistic elements, and recognizing these is a good way to spot a Surrealist art piece. Look for the dreamlike effect that's often seen in Surrealist art and writing. Elements like dislocation, juxtaposition, and transformation. Surrealist artwork doesn't follow just one style or look. It's the thinking behind it that makes it surrealism. It doesn't need to be pretty, it doesn't have to make sense, and it can shock and disgust people and still be art, so long as it comes from the unconscious mind. So, back to Salvador Dali, you know, the mustache. Well, Dali was just a child in Spain during World War I, so he didn't share the traumatic experiences of the early Surrealists. But later, as an art student, Dali followed the Surrealists from afar. He was a fan of Freud and was forever looking for the next big thing to be part of, and the Surrealists were it. But by the time Dali came to Paris, Surrealism was in crisis. Breton's priorities were shifting, and he wanted the group to be more political. His vision was to use creativity and political action to change the world, but not everyone agreed with him, so he threw those people out. Then, Dali and his friend Louis Buñuel made a film called Un Chien Andalou, this one. It was shocking, violent, and full of the dreamlike sequences Surrealists were going nuts for. The Parisian public was scandalized by it, but they couldn't wait to see more. One of the main goals of Surrealism was to shock and surprise, and Dali had that covered. Breton and the Surrealists loved the film, and they latched on to Dali. He was a never-ending idea machine full of life and humor, and he brought enthusiasm and fun back to the group. Surrealism soon spread to all types of media, not just paintings. There were drawings, sculptures, film, collage, and Dali was one of the only Surrealists who created something in nearly every single one. Dali used Surrealism to express his deepest thoughts and struggles. Instead of hiding his fears and burying his issues, he used art to fully express himself, turning the uncomfortable parts of his life into unbelievable visions that audiences couldn't look away from. Dali had a good run with the Surrealists, but as another world war threatened Europe, everyone in the group went back to being serious and political again. Breton insisted art be created for revolution, not profit. Dali wasn't really into all that. After just 10 years with the group, he moved on. America offered Dali an escape from war, plus endless opportunities for his talents. So that became his next big thing. Dali introduced Surrealism to the general public and made it fun. His work was everywhere, in fashion, magazines, film. America loved it, and him. They made Dali a celebrity, embracing his personality, humor, and paintings, and accepting Surrealist imagery as a lasting part of everyday culture. As the Second World War became a reality, Breton and the remaining Surrealists fled Europe, and the group pretty much fell apart. They couldn't stop the war, but the Surrealists forever changed the way we see the world. They used art and philosophy to overthrow an established way of thinking and revolutionize how we express ourselves. And that's pretty impressive. Surrealism encouraged us to take our dreams seriously, made being strange okay, and showed us how art and thinking differently can be a powerful force for social and political change. Surrealism gave us the Salvador Dali we know and love by providing a group in which he could be his true self and realize his full potential as an artist. In turn, Dali made Surrealism accessible to all, and because of that, its effects are still felt today. We are left with a legacy of Surrealist techniques, terms, and images that inspire us to find our hidden thoughts and embrace our inner weirdness. So do that. Trust in the uncertainty of life. Capture your unconscious. And go make art with purpose. Revolutionary art that changes the way people view the world. Surrealist art begins with your big idea.